Bro, can I have something to drink?
What were you doing?
Running away from my fears?
Wait, really?
No, moron, I just worked out. Give me that. Dude, this is kind of sick. What is it?
It's a new tropical drink I'm working on.
Nice, what's in it?
Some pineapple juice, coconut water, Powerade, and the secret ingredient is horse sweat because it's high in...
Dog. You realize there's a real life outside of these videos, and we both have to clean this up.
Summertime is here, and I love sweet and refreshing drinks like a lot. I live in New Orleans, and with our summer humidity, there's nothing like the fruity and sometimes sugary drinks to help you bear through it. So I'm going to take you through 5 recipe ideas, kind of mocktails, just some customizable drinks that you can make your own. And a good idea when making drinks like this that are going to need to be sweetened later, which some of these will be, is to make a simple syrup. It basically dissolves sugar into water, so instead of adding sugar into the drink that might dissolve unevenly, this will make it even. So into a sauce pot, we're going to add equal parts by volume of sugar and water. I'm probably doing around 3/4 of a cup of each. I just swirl that around over medium heat until the sugar dissolves. We don't need to boil this. And after a few minutes, once you don't see any more sugar granules, you can just dump this into a container and let it cool down. I made this in advance and chilled it in the fridge so it wouldn't warm up my drinks when I was making them. But now onto the drinks, starting with the tropical Powerade punch. And any sports drink like Powerade is a good addition for drinks like this, just to add some electrolytes. So I'm adding some ice to a glass and then about a cup of Powerade or 2 parts of Powerade and then a half cup each of pineapple juice and then some coconut water. There's plenty of sugar in the Powerade and pineapple juice, so we don't need to add any. I'm just garnishing or trying to garnish with some mango slices just to make it look pretty. By the way, all these are just going to be single serving and you can just multiply to whatever servings you want to make. But let's taste test this one.
This one's probably the easiest one, just mixing together some already made juices. But when you're in a pinch, that's what you want to do anyway. Cheers. Yeah, super refreshing. If you like Powerade, that's what it's really heavy in. A nice change of pace though from the pineapple juice. I really like this one. Yeah, that's tasty. It might be the prettiest color too. All right, let's move on.
All right, next up, we've got this watermelon refresher drink. Watermelon is a great fruit to make drinks out of. Everyone seems to love it, so I'm just chopping a little bit off this watermelon. I'm going to save the rest for a guest party later. Just slice off any green or white rind until you get to the pink juicy center. I'd say you need roughly a cup of these for each serving. I'm just chopping them roughly into smaller pieces. Don't worry too much about uniformity because these are going into a blender, and then I'm just going to add the juice of half of a lime as well. Just blend that for about 20 seconds until it goes as far as it will. It'll still be slightly chunky because of the watermelon, but I don't mind that in my drinks. You could strain this if you wanted to. But once I have my watermelon lime mixture, I'm going to take a glass and first add a few leaves of mint. This is a great herb to add to any summer drink. You could really put it in any of the drinks we're making today. I'm just doing this one as an example. And I just have this wooden pestle from a mortar and pestle set that I'm going to kind of pound these mint leaves a little bit. It'll just bruise them and release their flavor a lot better with the liquid. Again, I'm going to add some ice and then that watermelon lime mixture. And then I'll take a bottle of this Topo Chico, another great tool in summer drink making. It's basically just carbonated water with a little lime. I'm topping off the rest of my drink with this, and then I'm going to finish with some of that simple syrup that I made. The Topo Chico is not sweetened, so it kind of dilutes the drink that we made, so just add syrup to taste. I garnish with a little more mint leaf, and we're off to taste test number 2.
You could really add mint to any of these. This is just an example. I was trying to make these different. Let's see what we got here. Cheers. Yeah, I really like the addition of mint. It just adds an extra layer of refreshing to the drink. I mean, this one's simple. I guess all these drinks are, but if you like the flavor of watermelon, it's really forward with that. Just a nice hint of carbonation and the slight acidity from the lime. Perfect for summer.
And now we've got a peach tea lemonade, which is going to start by making some peach tea. I just bought some bags of peach tea at my grocery store, and I'm boiling a couple of cups of water. The package instructions say to pour that over the bags and let it steep for about 5 to 6 minutes. I'm using 2 bags, by the way, even though this is 1 serving, just for some extra flavor. After which you can remove the bags, and I'm going to chill mine in the fridge overnight, but you could serve this immediately if you have a lot of ice. Before we serve, I'm going to add some of my simple syrup to taste because the tea is unsweetened at this point. And when you have that where you like it, I'm just adding the juice of half of a lemon here. Mix all that together, add more syrup if desired, and then just pour this over some more ice. I'm garnishing with some sliced peach, and there's nothing better to serve sweet tea in than a mason jar. Let's taste test this one.
I'm a sweet tea enthusiast, so I'm really excited for this one. And I especially like when you add fruit flavors to tea like this. Cheers. I consider this a more relaxed flavor than the other two drinks so far. It doesn't feel like it has as much going on, which I would say is a good thing here. Just that infused flavor from the peach, and then as much sugar as you want to add, and of course the acidity from the lemon. Very easy to make in bulk too, because you just multiply the water and the tea bags and you're good. I would make this for a gathering.
All right, here's a strawberry sparkler, something similar to a strawberry soda. This involves taking about a cup of strawberries, or maybe a half pound. I'm hulling them and then just chopping them into slightly smaller pieces. I guess smaller is better than bigger in this case because we're going to macerate these. And that just means I'm going to add them to a bowl and then cover them in a couple tablespoons of sugar. Mix that together and then just let this sit for about 15 minutes. The sugar is going to pull out the juice from the strawberries, which is what we want to make our drink with. You could also put this over heat, which I think would pull more moisture out of the strawberries and it would reduce it to more of a syrupy consistency. That might make it a little better, but I was just lazy here and I left it like this. And after that 15 minutes, I'm just taking a potato masher and crushing these up further to release more juice. Then this goes over a strainer to press out as much of the juice as we can. You could still eat these crushed up strawberry chunks, but most of their flavor is going to be in the liquid below. Here I'm going to again add the juice of half of a lemon to brighten this up a bit. And then into my glass, first goes the ice and then the strawberry lemon juice. I'm going to fill out the rest with more Topo Chico. And again, with all that dilution, you can add some more of the simple syrup to taste. Very simple flavors, really accentuating the strawberry flavor here, which is really good. And you can garnish with a little strawberry like this, and we can taste test.
I need to get some more glasses like this. It's like my favorite thing to serve a drink in. Expectations here are for a really good strawberry soda. Cheers. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. I'm a big hater of like artificial strawberry flavor in candies or any other foods. So when you extract the actual flavor from strawberries and then macerate them and mix them with Topo Chico like this, I think I prefer the carbonation in this one more than I did with the watermelon drink. I mean, any of these could be done with Topo Chico or without it and they're still fine, but I just like how the fizziness works with the strawberry here. This one's good.
And last up is this coconut Brazilian limeade. If you've heard of the Brazilian lemonade trend that's been going on for years, this is based off of that. It's going to involve taking one lime, which I'm going to completely peel. I'm just using a knife and cutting off all of the rind, the green and white parts. You could keep the zest where a lot of flavor is, but again, I'm being lazy here. It's just that white pith that you don't want because when you blend it, it makes it really bitter. So that goes into my blender with a half cup of cold water and a half cup of coconut water. I'm giving that a couple tablespoons of sugar and then blitzing this. You don't really have to worry about overdoing this, although it could get bitter if you went too long. You'd have to be far more careful if you kept the white pith on. Once that's been liquidated, I'm just straining this into a cup to get rid of all the lime pieces. And now comes the fun part, which is some condensed milk. This is what makes this absolutely luxurious, so don't be stingy with it. Although if you're watching your sugar and your fat, to be honest, then just probably don't drink this. This doesn't need any extra syrup or sugar, you're just adding that milk to taste. I'm pouring that over ice as usual, and then garnishing with a slice of lime. Let's get to the final taste test.
We've all seen the Brazilian lemonade trend, and I think this is just an upgraded version of it. I think the coconut's gonna really work well in this. Cheers. Yes. All right, this one's my favorite. I mean, it has to be the condensed milk because that just makes everything better. But using the coconut water instead of just water is game changing in this. This has to be the unhealthiest one with the amount of sugar and fat in this, but that's probably why it's the best. Just make sure to take the rind off the lime before you blend it and you're good. Yeah, that's good. But hopefully one of these drinks fits your interests. Of course, these are all just different ideas. You can change the fruits in these or the liquids, make it carbonated versus not carbonated, sweeter or less sweet with the amount of syrup that you put in, or more or less acidity with the lemon or lime. You get the picture. But that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all for watching, be blessed, and I'll see you next time. I had to film this part before the taste test, so I don't even know if these are good.